Hi guys, it's Gosiewski here from One Way Journey. In this video, I would like to have a run through confidence. Now, obviously, in order to travel and to leave your bubble and go and explore lands far away, there is an element of confidence which is required. So it's a really important field. So we're just going to have a quick look at what confidence is and maybe see if we can help you start to regain a bit of that confidence that you may have lost. So let's start with what confidence is. So confidence is something that we have as children. We have, in fact, an abundance of confidence as children. We're fearless, we're full of enthusiasm. And then we reach a certain age where we're usually told by parents or teachers or people around us that we can, what we can and cannot do. Other children and sometimes even adults tell us we might be stupid or incapable or ugly or just anything along those lines. And guess what? Our young, impressionable minds, they start to believe that it's true. And then we kind of carry those thoughts and those beliefs and feelings into our adult lives. And we find that we lose confidence in who we are, our ability to do things, and what we're really capable of achieving. So as you sit here today, I'd like you to just have a little think about what confidence means to you. Now, if you've seen any of the previous videos, I do encourage you guys to get yourself a pen and paper. Just to let you know, I do actually do the questions that I set for you guys. They are questions that I do myself to help myself process things that are going on for me, understand where I'm at in life. So these aren't just, these are really powerful things that we're going to go through. Okay, yeah, granted, it's not the same as working one-to-one with a coach, doing it like this, because we're not able to kind of bounce off. In fact, it's a very different environment, but hopefully these videos will give you a little bit of something to get started with. So as you sit here today, have a think about a time in your life where you felt most confident. And just focus on the positive feelings of confidence. You can close your eyes if you want to. Sometimes when you close your eyes, it helps you to remember. It takes you really back into that time. So just try and think of a time when you were really confident. Focus on those positive feelings of confidence. Anytime you feel like a negative memory or thought comes up, it's really important to just acknowledge it. Nothing more. Acknowledge it. It's there. Okay, refocus on the positive memory. So we're looking for a good, empowered, positive memory of when you felt confident. It can take some time to get used to doing this, but over time, the more you recall positive memories, the longer you can hold on to them for. It's almost just like retraining your brain, retraining yourself to focus on positive memories and empowering memories instead of ones that make you feel bad. Because after all, if you've seen any of the previous videos, it's like a lot of it is repetition. If we're constantly thinking of ourselves in a certain way, our mind wants to revert back to that. It doesn't want to go against us. It works like a program, it's just reverting. So you have to consciously try and shift that mindset over so that you are thinking more positively, and your brain will automatically over time start to do that. So just think about time then when you felt really confident, really empowered. Close your eyes, deep breath in and out. In and out. Sometimes it helps to imagine in your mind that you are watching a television screen and that you're watching this memory of you when you were confident on a screen. However it feels right to you, if that feels good for you, amazing. But what you really want to do is capture that. So if you've got a notebook in front of you, that's great, because you can use that to write this down. Or otherwise you might want to a good way to do it is to put your voice recorder on and talk into the voice recorder, or you might want to just think about it. It's entirely up to you how you want to do this, but I'd like you to ask yourself these following questions. Now, when you're answering these questions, don't think about it too much, because what comes out straight away is what needs to come out. When you start leaving it a few more seconds to start thinking of it, that's when your conscious mind comes in and tries to think of what you think you should say. So just whatever comes out first, how bizarre or anything it is, it doesn't matter. Just first thing that comes to your head. So ask yourself, where were you when you felt the most confident? So where were you? If you can, say the situation that you were in, where, physically, where were you? And then ask yourself, what were you doing? So when you felt this confident, empowered, I can do anything and I trust in what I'm thinking and what I'm doing and what I know, like this is who I am. Because, by the way, confidence is really about trusting your ability. It's about your, trusting in yourself. I know this about me. I know that I can do this. I know that what I'm saying is what I think or what I feel or is my truth. Confidence comes from self-trust. So what were you doing when you were in that place of feeling, that complete trust within your own ability? And also have a think about what was going on around you. And also think about who was around you. Because there are sometimes we surround ourselves with people that lift us up and make us, no, they don't make us, of course, but they give us this energy where we can feel really strong within ourselves. So who was around you? Were you around anybody or people who were just kind of gave you that something, and compare it to the people that you're around when you're feeling less confident. So also have a think about, what did it feel like? And it's actually really good to write down this part, of how it felt to be confident. And I don't just mean feelings like, it felt nice, it felt, I felt happy or anything like that. Like, what did it feel like in your body? Like, did you feel strong? Did your core feel like it was on fire? Like you were just, like there was this ball of sunshine, you can't really see, but here, just burning brightly. How did you feel when you were confident? So just take some time to really connect with the memory. Try and imagine that you're once again in that moment where you felt that way. Now, you may want to pause the video and stay in that moment a little bit longer. I know sometimes it feels really good when you really connect with it. So that's entirely up to you. If not, let's carry on to the next stage. So now you've got the memory of a time in your past when you felt most confident. It's now you need to understand that was you. No one else. That was you. You felt that way. It is possible for you to feel confident, to feel empowered, and have complete trust in your ability to do something or to say something or anything whenever you need a bit of bout of confidence. You are completely capable of it. You have done it before. You can do it again. So hopefully, if you've written down all the questions, or if you've got some kind of note, or if you've remembered it, just take a look at all the conditions that are around you during that time. Now you've kind of opened your eyes and you're aware. Does anything stand out for you? What were you doing? What was happening at that time in your life? Was there anything that was happening then that isn't happening now? Or vice versa? I mean, you're still the same person, right? So why were you confident in that moment, but perhaps you're not now? Has something happened that has made you lose confidence? If so, what is that something? Now, this might open a whole can of worms for you of different things that you may not have acknowledged before. And you might need to look at those individual things and work on them separately. The key point of this exercise is for you to understand what you feel when you're confident, what it felt like, and perhaps what is missing or what is stopping you from feeling that way now, so that you can then begin to approach it and heal it and overcome it, whatever it is. You know, it could be something so simple, it could be something much deeper rooted. It could be something that you can simply tick off your list by yourself at home. It could be something that you would need to speak to somebody, a professional, be it a coach or a counselor or something, in a little bit more detail to help you process whatever that is. So yeah, if you can see an obvious reason, great, take action now, do it. Sometimes you might need to work a little bit longer, figure it out. It's perfectly normal, absolutely fine, not even a problem. The main focus, as I said, of this exercise is to show you that you can be confident, that you have been before and you will be again. You just need to believe that it's true. Now, throughout all of the videos that I'm going to be doing over the course of the next year, I've methodically, process how it's all going to go, and I'm always open to suggestions. If you wanted to comment, if you've got any ideas of videos that you would like me to cover, please put them in the comment section, because I may be able to switch them around to meet people's needs if that's what they need. But you need to believe that it's true, and we'll cover various things in the future about belief and changing mindset, because it's such a powerful thing. But there is no quick fixes to just changing the way that you think and feel about yourself and about things around you. There's no such thing as, I wake up one day and, it's all done, especially when it comes to matters of the human psyche. It's got to be a process that you go through. You have to work at it. You have to put your all into it. I mean, the fact that you're sitting here and you've got to this point in the video just shows that you're ready to invest in yourself, your time in yourself, in order to move forward, to gain that confidence, because you want to travel. There is going to be things like I still lack confidence in certain things now, and I get nervous about things, but I remember how much I have done, and I remember the way that I felt when I felt confident, and I put myself back in that position, and because I know it's me, that's who I am. I just think that sometimes we can fall into a pattern of believing a narrative that we set about ourselves, which isn't true. And it's really hard to then reconnect with that other side of us, that empowered side that has complete trust in themselves. I understand that, it happens to all of us. Here's this thing called the law of polarity. You're walking the line, really. Everything is neutral. Everything is just kind of like one straight line until we give it meaning, until we put something to it, until it feels bad, it feels good. Everything has got the potential to have either outcome. We can feel unconfident, we can feel really confident, we can be somewhere in the middle. It's about learning the stages of who we are and how to change from one to the other as and when we need to, because we do have that ability. As humans, we can change the way that we feel about ourselves and about situations if we want to. And it's really, really difficult to kind of learn how to do that. And it's repetition. It takes practice. It doesn't just happen. And I have to keep stressing this all the time in my videos. You don't just wake up one day and you feel a certain way. You have to go through the range of emotions. You have to go through the process, but you have to start. You have to start and you have to work your way up. You have to work your way across, or moving over from one feeling to the other feeling, however it is, however you want to look at it. So it's all about changing the way that you think. It's been proven that taking negative thoughts and turning them into positive ones can make a huge difference to your overall quality of life. That's proven. So how do we do that? Well, firstly, it takes a lot of practice, as I've said, and patience. Something that, I mean, am I patient? I want what I want and I want it now. So that's probably not patient, but I've had to learn to be very patient. That's one of my life lessons. You might have years of self-doubt and negative thinking that you need to change. So patience is going to be required for that. You know, I can assure you that it's absolutely and undeniably doable, but you have to work at it. But like I said, especially more so when you first start, because your mind controls everything you do, what you think, what you feel, how you learn, and of course, all of your memories. And according to the National Science Foundation, on average, you and I, we have between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts a day. I reckon I have way more than that, because I am definitely a thinker. And of those thoughts, around, I think it's 80% of them are usually negative. So that is a lot of bad vibes for one person to live with every single day. Around 95% are thought to be repetitive thoughts. So each day we're repeating a wave of negativity over and over. So with that being said, for the next few days or few weeks, I would like you to try and notice these thoughts. And it's called being mindful. Be mindful of your thoughts. And when you catch yourself thinking negatively, there's a couple of things you could do. You can just stop, acknowledge it. This is what I'm thinking, because awareness is so powerful. Being aware of what you're thinking is so powerful. Just stop. I'm aware now. I'm thinking this way. Okay. Deep breath. I'm going to change it to something else. I'm going to change what I'm thinking. This is negative. I'm just going to switch it up, switch it. I've got that Will Smith song, switch, turn it over and break it down now, or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to listen to it after this. So acknowledge it and change it to something else. If it helps, write it down. Write down what you're thinking. What's the thought? Why are you thinking about that? And what could you think about that would be more beneficial to you? So negative, reason, positive. So when you write it down, for every negative thought or feeling, you obviously, like I said, you need to have a positive one to replace it with. And now I don't mean, you know, it could be something as simple as taking a moment to look out the window and appreciate the world around you, you know, or I don't know, appreciate this bottle of vitamin D spray. Because I do appreciate it, because I'm not getting any sunshine at the moment. I'm living in Wales in March and there's no sun. So yeah, I'm appreciative of that vitamin D spray. Anything that you can find to bring about those feelings of appreciation will completely change instantly how you are feeling. You always experience negative thoughts and emotions. We all do. They're there, they exist. We can't banish them forever. They're there. You just have to learn how to control them. And soon you'll begin to turn, you know, bad situations and experiences into better ones. You will be able to instantly change the way you're feeling about something, and gain more confidence and self-trust. as you go on. So you have to start today. You have to be aware that it's a process. You have to persevere with it and be patient, and just kind of get somebody to help you. If you're not in a position where you can either afford, or you're just not in the right mind frame, or have the the time and energy to put into seeing a travel coach or a life coach or a counselor or any type of professional, then see if you can find a friend or somebody that will help to keep you accountable, that you can do it together, like to spur each other on. I appreciate it's sometimes difficult sharing this sort of information with people around you, sharing how you feel and that vulnerability. But if that is all, the only option you've got, and you really don't want to do it by yourself, then find somebody to kind of bounce off and maybe have check-ins with each other, like, how have you been feeling today, like what negative thoughts did you have, and then what did you turn them, what did you use to replace it, like help each other. You'll notice when you do eventually go traveling that people are there to help each other, people are helping each other all the time, so start now. It does take some time before it becomes natural. You'll always experience negative thoughts and emotions. You'll learn how to control them, and you'll get better at it, and tomorrow will be easier. But like I say, you got to start today. Another thing for you to do is journaling. So you'll notice that at various stages throughout this process, that you lose kind of track of your feelings, or I tell you what, the biggest thing is, it's really difficult sometimes to see your progress. You don't realize how far you've come. So throughout various stages of doing this exercise consistently, if you were to journal this and keep it written down where you're going, what you're going through and how things are evolving, it will really help you to see how far that you've come, because you will have come far, but it doesn't feel like it because you've been in the journey. It's a great way. Journaling is such a good way to bring your thoughts and your feelings into reality so that you can process them in a logical way, because I don't know about you, but my thoughts and my emotions sometimes are really kind of heightened, and I believe my own lies about myself. Like, I really get sucked in, and sometimes when I write them down, it kind of like gets me out of my emotions, and I'm looking at my situation in a very logical and analytical way, and I'm like, that's not factual, that's just my emotion is kind of got like running away with that thought. It's almost like, my thought and my emotion, they're like two little naughty rogue, like rogue feelings and emotions, and they just kind of like, what trouble can we get in, and run away with themselves. And sometimes, then the logical side comes out and looks and says, it's just them two playing up again. Let's just get them under control. And that's sometimes what that was. I don't know where that came from. That was a weird analogy. See, I told you about pronouncing words. I can't even pronounce English words properly. But journaling doesn't mean that you need to keep a diary. Like, dear diary, today I had a cup of tea for breakfast. I saw a guy at work and I've got a crush on him. I don't know where that came from. You can put that in your diary if you want. I don't know, it's up to you. But the way I like to think of journaling is, if you were to imagine that your mind is a barn, and inside the barn is loads of chickens, and it's just overflowing with chickens. Like, there's just more and more chickens that are being produced every day, and there's just no room in there. It is so chaotic that you can't even organize them. They're flying left, right, center, up, down, everywhere. Too much. It's just too much to bear. And you keep the barn doors closed, and you just hope that it's going to fix itself. You hope that just one day you're going to wake up and it will be sorted. But the reality is, that's not how it works. You're not going to wake up one day and the barn's going to be sorted, the barn. you have to do something about it. But if you were to open the big doors, obviously it's just going to be chaos. Everything is going to all come out chaos. If you were to open up a small door each day and let a few out and maybe guide them to the field, and then over a course of a few weeks, so every day you're just taking a few thoughts chickens out and you're leading them to the field and everything is very organized. And then after a few weeks, what's happening is you're getting some kind of sense of organization. Like the thoughts are coming out in a very controlled, organized way. They're coming out. And eventually you've got this really nice sort of flow. You're able to process. You know, I'm just going like this right now, and I feel so relaxed. I can't stop. This is so relaxing. I feel you should try this. I'm going to stop. But that's exactly what's happening. You know, you're just calming those thoughts and those feelings down. So that's really good to do, obviously, the journaling as part of the, you know, understanding what you're feeling, because confidence, like I say, comes from understanding how you are feeling, trusting in yourself. If you know why you are not feeling confident, if you know why you usually feel confident and what it is that makes you feel confident and you feel assured in yourself, you will be able to get control over it and be more confident. I hope that makes sense. So that's our little session on confidence, because like I say, when you go traveling, when you're meeting people, like I say, you're going to be nervous. Nerves is just a natural kind of instinct with us. But you know, the truth is you're going to need confidence. You're going to need confidence to, you know, move around, to meet people, to, you know, get on an airplane or walking to a hostel or somewhere. You know, you're going to kind of need this confidence. You need confidence in all areas of your life. And it's just nice to start working on that right now, right at the beginning. And then in 3 months' time, if you start today, in 3 months' time, the change in you and the way that you feel about yourself is going to be incredible. It is going to be so amazing, and you are going to feel so empowered, but you have to start today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. If there is obviously anything I can help you with, then let me know. I do have a Be Travel Confident course, which you can see a link to in the comment box below. It's an absolute bargain. So, you know, it's something that you can work through the process yourself at home. It just kind of gets you really ready. It's all sorts involved in that particular e-coaching program. And of course, if you wanted to work with me one-to-one, check out my website, which is www.onemyjourney.com. And you can book a free call with me to see if I can help you in any way. But I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Like I say, get started now. And who knows where this is going to lead you. So exciting. Thanks, guys. Take care.